Is the penny finally dropping for Harry and Meghan? Hi, good morning, Neil Sean here in the heart of London. Behind me, one of the most beautiful and oldest traditional public houses, otherwise known as pub, if you're English, here in London. It's one of those places actually, it's got a lot of history. Lots of famous people met there over the years, and it's still splendid today. I don't know about you, but when you do go into these places, you'll get a real sense of history. You know, they've got the wood floorboards. You can imagine people in Georgian times walking in with their big dresses, big hats, all that sort of stuff. And it's nice to see that some traditions still remain the same. I know I'm sounding like an old fogey, but I don't know about you. I don't mind music and things like that. But what I don't really want is this endless bashing with massive TV screens. You like to sometimes sit down, reflect over a small tonic water, ice and lemon in case you're wondering, and of course look around and wonder exactly about those that have gone before you. So much history, as I say, here in the heart of London. So much history as ever though, with two of our favourite royals. Now, for those that are avid Harry and Meghan watchers, you will recall a couple of years ago now that they decreed to, basically allow the media, certain sections of the media, the ones that they were willing to talk to. If you remember, there were certain newspapers like the Daily Mail Online, The Sun, all of those tabloid type papers that they didn't really seem fit enough to be in with their brand, as they called it, moving forward. You know, the problem with the media is this. Doesn't matter how big or small you are, eventually you're going to need them, because they can make or break you. And I'm not talking about someone who works in the media and basically spelling it out. You know, one bad review, say in the Mail Online, can be seen by 50 million people over the course of a month. Can any celebrity, and let's face it, that's what Harry and Meghan are now, can they afford to have that problem? Well, it appears that finally, as I say in the introduction, the penny may be dropping. Now, this could all be to do with many of their forthcoming projects for Spotify, Netflix and other ventures that we've told you about, including makeup lines. Now, I'm not saying they're going to be rushing to do sit-down interviews, but there could be preferred journalists that they are willing to speak to. Now, what's interesting about this particular line of thought by their PR team is this. The preferred journalist then could possibly sell it on to one of those mega people, those, mega moguls of the media. And the interesting bit there, I think, is that then they're not having a direct contact, so they can say, well, we sat down with this freelance journalist, etc. Now, on a serious note, I do think Harry and Meghan do need to seriously think about where they're going to go with their brand moving forward. As I say, they can't afford with such bad PR, which is relentless. We're talking about the birthday video, the bench book, the New York trip. A lot of people say, oh, well, you're contributing to that, Neil. I would say I'm just simply reporting the facts. A lot of these things were not successful. And of course, we follow up here on the show and tell you about the things that were successful, and we try to give you a middle ground. But if Harry and Meghan do decide, and we have to say as ever here on the show, allegedly to switch media paths, will it work? Or as ever with Harry and Meghan, will it be all simply too late? Neil Sean in the heart of London.